By the end of tonight, we are going to win many hundreds of delegates.
He may have a lot more delegates to his name, but for Senator Bernie Sanders, it was a not-so-super Tuesday. The South was a Sanders sand trap. Hillary Clinton's huge victory in Texas, for example, gave her 122 delegates. Mr. Sanders got just 48. Turns out Virginia really is for lovers of Clinton, that is. There she took 61 delegates to his 32. But Mr. Sanders' prairie populism prevailed in Oklahoma. He also won Colorado and Minnesota and took home his home state of Vermont and came close in Massachusetts. Mrs. Clinton took a 26-delegate lead going into Super Tuesday and has now grown it to a gaping 195-delegate advantage.
35 states remain.
But unfriendly math aside, Mr. Sanders insists the race isn't over yet.
We are going to take our fight to every one of those states.
But does Bernie Sanders still have a plausible path to the nomination? Possible, yes. After raising $42 million in February alone, he has the money to go forward, targeting with ads and appearances specific states where his campaign thinks it can win. His chief strategist says in the week ahead they expect to be competitive in Maine, Nebraska, and Michigan, which hosts a Clinton-Sanders debate on Sunday. These states have more working-class white voters who may be more receptive to his anti-free trade populist message. And victories in those states could potentially offset the campaign's longer odds in Louisiana and Mississippi. Then comes another big Tuesday, March 15th. Democratic rules award delegates proportionally. That's why even if Mr. Sanders loses in Florida, he's likely to win a healthy slice of its 214 delegates. On this day, the Sanders camp sees potential for victory in Illinois and Ohio. Only a week later, the contests move west, a part of the country where the Sanders camp thinks it has a chance to gain momentum. They point to a recent poll in Utah showing the senator with a 20-point lead. Theoretically, Western wins could send a message back east, proving his viability to voters in states like New York, Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. If all goes according to this plan, and it's a big if, then on June 7th, one of the final golden opportunities on the map, the Golden State's 475 delegates could matter. But the justification for fighting on there depends on his not falling much further behind than he is now. That's today's campaign calculus.